Good evening, Raptor Freak. Lexi Otts here, and it is draft lottery night, and that's why we're doing a stream late tonight, right now. So good evening, Raptor Freaks, and welcome to draft lottery special reaction stream in the evening. I'm going to do a couple of the regular things we do on the stream since we didn't do it this morning now, and we're going to have a live reaction to the draft lottery results at the top of the hour. And also, we're going to have a call from Logical Raptors Fanatic in the aftermath of the pick and the lottery. And he will be giving us some of the details about salary cap implications and stuff like that with the draft results. So we're going live, baby. Let's go. All right. So let me read a couple of the comments first while we're here. James is here first today. Maybe we jump to 4 like last time. I feel like that's the most ideal possibility, hopefully, for us, because Mike and I were actually talking before the stream today that the money it changes in a certain way, and in some ways also I'm not really that interested in the top 3 picks, the guys that are the top 3 consensus in this draft. And in some ways I'd like Bobby and Masai to have the pick after those 3 guys, and they'll know which one's the best one after that. If it's common, it's common. If it's some other person in the draft, I'm going to trust Bobby and Masai and going to go with what they do. So I like 4 too, James. There's history with it. And in some ways it's, it's something, it's pretty cool if we get another 4 pick. King's here. Brian, thank you for checking in earlier, man. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are, whatever time it is for you right now, just know you are here with my man, Lex, the Raptor Freak. And what's up, Brian? Thank you. To the Point, y'all. Y'all check out To the Point. It's a fantastic YouTube channel on Raptors and Canadian basketball, all kinds of subjects. Brian has all kinds of great guests all the time, and I'm hoping I'll be back on his show sometime this summer coming up. They're getting the stage set. I see everything. Of course, Masai Ujiri will be representing the Raptors on stage. I love that. That's that's in charge. No players coming for the Raptors. No Zion Williamson, that kind of stuff. No. I think it's cool that Olajuwon's here for the Rockets. And there's a really cool picture that's been posted on social media just in the last little while of Masai and Akeem Olajuwon hanging out at the backstage of the draft lottery. And it's cool that also Rolando Blackman is the representative for the Dallas Mavericks. Of course, that's kind of weird with the year the Mavericks have had, that they're going to reach back all the way back to their 80s franchise player and put him on stage there. But yeah, I totally believe that the Pelicans are an unserious franchise for sending Zion Williamson there when they know they're probably going to trade him this summer. They're probably going to trade him this summer. Brian, either way, To the Point family, we love you guys. Thanks for being here with Raptor Freaks. Trevor J is here, Commissioner of Fun. Trevor J, don't forget to thank God for keeping you safe at night and every time you awaken to see a beautiful new day. I love that, Trevor. Thank you for a very, very basic, easy bread and butter, every day, chop wood, carry water, sentiment of words of wisdom right here. Trevor J, I appreciate you, man. Always good to see the commissioner in here. He's also saying Indiana put on the beat down on Cleveland last night. Yes. Siakam was very, very nice yesterday with a very, very good shooting percentage and helping a plethora of Pacers contributing to really, really rout the hell out of the Cavs in the first half, like getting 80 points in the first half. That was a fantastic game. I love that outcome. And Cleveland is on the ropes, y'all. Indiana, wow, you guys are impressing me. You guys are a good defensive team. I'm going to have to give some props back to Coach Coolcat, who told me that this was a very good defensive team halfway through the season this year. And they're really showing it now. And, I'm really proud of the Pacers. I want to see them go very far. They're doing awesome. And he's saying that, halftime was 80-39. It's amazing. And OKC beat the Nuggets. I'm so happy about that because if the Nuggets had won that, the OKC Thunder would be in trouble and be losing their series down 3-1. So evening the series last night was essential for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Lou Dort and the Oklahoma City Thunder. And thank goodness they did in my book. The basketball scores went right yesterday for me, but the hockey scores were wrong last night for our Canadian teams, unfortunately. Leafs going down in Game 4 against Florida, in Florida, and the Jets losing another game to the Dallas Stars, unfortunately, last night. But, yeah, the basketball was fantastic yesterday. Superfan Mo is going to be with us tonight watching the live draft lottery results. We're about 15 minutes away from when they're going to announce the order. And I appreciate Monique's presence here. Super fan. Always good to see you. Good afternoon to you. I hope you're having a fantastic day this Monday. And let's hope this good luck of, this is the anniversary of the shot with Kawhi today, 6-year birthday of Kawhi Leonard bouncing that ball on the rim to go on in for the NBA championship 2019 Toronto Raptors. So, yeah, that's a good luck thing, isn't it? I would think that that's a good luck thing to have going on today, right now. That's right. Trevor J saying they're expecting 400 people at the draft lottery tonight. Wow. Yeah, I mean, it's a big deal. I'm seeing on the screen Kendrick Perkins, all the talking heads, Shams, and the bunch, and they got our percentages behind there. Hey, we'll see what happens tonight. It's going to be fun to see this and react with you guys live on the screen. Of course, I want all y'all's comments coming in, talking about how you're feeling about things and stuff like that. Let's see. Trevor's saying never had a turnout like this before because of Cooper flag. Yeah, that could be part of it. I don't know. Maybe it's also just because it's a fun thing to do or something. Maybe it's just part of the whole new age of we're moving into with technology and things like that. These kind of things are more scrutinized now. It's kind of weird. Mike is here. Good to see Logical Raptors fanatic. Mike just laid out all this amazing stuff on our Discord today with everything about the draft lottery you would want to know about it. And I appreciate you, Mike, for that because, man, it was really, really, really good information on there, Mike. Good to see you, man. Stargate's here. Good evening, Raptor Freak family. Let's see what position the league gives us. Now, Stargate, I have to say this because I know you've been skeptical about the process for this is rigged, and you're saying that they give us. Now, Mike posted all the information on the Discord that really lays it all out very explicitly, the process for how they do this. Now, the draft order has already been determined. Bobby Webster monitored it and saw it at 6 o'clock, and they'll publicly reveal it at 7 o'clock. So the Raptors already know on the down low where they're picking. It's just that they'll public announce it to all of us in the show of the cards at 7 o'clock. But the ping pong balls are already gone at 6 o'clock, and there's all kinds of observers that watch them. And Mike explained it very well. Basically, there's 4 numbers that are pulled for each pick of the 4 picks, the first 4 picks. And the combinations belong to different teams. And depending on what combination of 4 numbers comes out, that first pick will go to that pick. You know what I'm saying? So if, they're going to do the first 4 picks, and the chances for the Raptors are 7.5%. And, we'll just have to see how it goes, man. Trust me, we've had luck as a franchise in these situations historically throughout our whole entire franchise. Let's just put it that way. You can look at who should have been a Raptors pick, but the rules were bad for us. We took Camby at second. We won that one. We won the one for Bargnani also. And if you think about it, we've only been a team for 30 years. And that's 2 first-round picks for the Raptors in their first 30 years. So how bad is our luck, and how much is the league really holding us down? And some of that stuff. So I would just say that on that. But anyway, yeah, Mike, thank you for the info once again. Mike's saying it's already done. Bobby knows what pick we're getting. That's right. Seymour saying, wow, what pop gang. Seymour Pape, the sheriff holding it down in the Mountain Time region of Alberta. I hope you're having a nice midday. I guess you're in the afternoon too. 4:46 p.m. Mountain Time right now. Let's go 5 p.m. Find out where the Raptors are going to be drafting. Start of the barbecue. That's right. The Barnes Barrett quickly, along with that Yak and that Grady and that Jacoby and that Oshai. Yeah, let's get that going with that Brandon Ingram. That's right. That's right. Nins is here checking in from Philly town. Hoping that, what could happen with the Sixers in the next little while? If 2 teams jump over them, I think that pick will go to the Thunder, which is crazy. So we gotta have to see what's happening with Philly town in this draft lottery because, the Sixers fans are going to be paying attention. And Nance is going to be there rooting for the Raptors in the draft lottery in the city of brotherly love. That's right. Stargate saying it's not because of Cooper Flag. Stop it. Yeah, I don't know if it's because of Cooper Flag. I'm with him on this. Keith Van Horn, 2025. That's right. There you go. Stargate's enjoying that I said that. Hey, everyone. Happy Monday to you, Daniel Berry, Sports Highlights. Thank you for checking in and seeing us today. Trucker Kaz is checking in with us too. Hello, sir. How are you doing? How was your Monday? Hope it was great. I hope it's going to be great for all of us. In just about 15, 20 minutes from now, we'll have to see. Trevor Jason, that is what they're saying, man, on ESPN. It's not coming from me. It's the talking heads. He's just echoing the talking heads. Talking heads. All right, let's do this real quick. Ref report for tonight real quick. Scott Foster is the crew chief, Boston and New York. He favors the Celtics. James Williams is the referee. He favors the Celtics. Mitchell Irvin, he is the umpire. He favors the Celtics. Do we see a pattern here? So I'm thinking that they really want the Celtics to start evening out this series tonight in this the second game in New York. So the away team will win all the games in this series so far. The other game, Minnesota at Golden State tonight. Mark Davis is the crew chief, and he favors Golden State. And the referee is Courtney Kirkland. He really favors Golden State. The worst record in the league for a team under Courtney Kirkland is Minnesota. And Pat Frere from Minnesota is the umpire, and he also favors Golden State, even though he's a Minnesota guy, and he's going to be reffing this game. So very heavy favor in the refs tonight in the playoff games for Boston tonight and Golden State, just so y'all know. Yeah, Instagram stories. Let's go. We're running right through it. Jamal Shed's got all kinds of gear on blast, like you could go buy. Go tap in. Don't be dumb. So check out Jamal's Instagram stories if you want to check out some good swag to purchase for you to wear. Raptors official is celebrating the shot with Kawhi, of course. That's awesome. People are getting crazy. They got a clip from Key and Peele. He's sweating. Jordan Peele sweating like crazy because the draft lottery coming up just in a sec. Sweating it. Toronto Tempo has some interesting things coming up on May 2-4 weekend, May 24th to 25th. Weekend overview. They got the Tempo Collection shop, the team's first ever pop-up shop. That's cool. So they're going to have a pop-up shop opening that weekend. There's also Tempo Talks presented by Sephora. They're going to have conversations on beauty of basketball culture. Cool. Fan Camp presented by CIBC. Show your Tempo pride 1 year to tip off. And music will be curated by Miss Mylan. And on the court, high energy skills drills. Hoops brought to you by Layup and MLSE Launchpad. Cool stuff, man. So there's all kinds of events coming up in about 12 days for the Toronto Tempo around town. So y'all check it out, man. AJ Lawson has been in Dallas working out most of the last week at SMU, and he's posting more clips of him putting in that work, that grind, that off-season grind. Slim Duck's got jokey stuff. In fact, Slim Duck was on Twitch yesterday for about almost an hour. Chris Boucher going back on the COD early Sunday morning on Mother's Day. It's weird though, man, because he said he was going to come on there. He made a big deal out of it. And I forgot. I went outside, did some things, came back in and jumped on there and was hanging out. And in maybe 5 minutes after I got on there, he was out. But Chris was all gung-ho about playing COD on Twitch yesterday. But yeah, he got off there pretty fast. He did. Yeah, Toronto Tempo President Teresa Resch is at a York Lions Stadium to see AFC Toronto play. So she was going to see her first AFC game. SGA celebrating his wife, or his girlfriend, his baby mama for Mother's Day yesterday. The love of my life, love you forever. That's nice to see. It's nice to see. And shout out Charmaine and I love you also. I guess that may be his mother. And there he is looking tough coming in the game. We got Jamal McGlure with all the celebration with the Toronto Revelers. All kinds of stuff's coming up with Paradise, coming up with Jamal. Let's see. Coach Andrew Jones is putting a team on blast. It's Team Juju. Let's see what else is going on there. And there's young Andrew Jones' son. He was taking a grape. He's going to eat it, and he's going to dunk the ball. That's what's going on there. Matt Devlin, of course, celebrating the call that he made on this date 6 years ago, the shot. Matt Devlin. Oh, my gosh. What a time. What a time that was. That's right. Let's see. Leo Routen's words of wisdom today. The people in your life should be a source of reducing stress, not causing more of it. That completely makes sense. We got Orlando Robinson playing with the dog. It looks like he got a new fluffy dog. It's cute. Lloyd celebrating the Oklahoma City win last night. And Norman Powell celebrating Happy Mother's Day with pictures of his mom and other important women in his life. Very, very cool to see that stuff. There were a ton of Mother's Day pictures yesterday, of course, with all the Raptors. There was a really cute picture of Oshai and Emmanuel as little kids. And, of course, we've seen Scotty with posts of him and his mom, Grady Dick, everybody getting in on the Mother's Day stuff. RJ Barrett. Very, very cool to see everybody in their mom's posts yesterday on Mother's Day. Cool stuff from the Raptors there on the Instagram stuff. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Let's see what y'all are saying. Check back in the chat. We're about 5 minutes away from 7. Let's see what's going on here, man. Seymour saying, Lex, I'm doing burgers and steak on the grill. It's Hennessy and barbecue sauce with a little honey and mustard. There you go. This man's living life right, it sounds like, out there. That's right. Do it right, man. The weather here is perfect here in Ontario today. We had like a 30-degree day. It was the first one of the year. Fantastic weather today. So good today, man. Stargate saying, doesn't matter what number we get, we will pick the right player regardless. That's exactly right, Stargate. That's the one thing. I know him and I are brothers in the arms in different ways and in talking about stuff. But this one's, I can't get with you on this one. But I know this is true. Trust in Messiah that we're going to make the right choice when we get the pick, no matter where it is. That's right. Facts from Mike. That's right. Let's go. I'm hyped. Let's go. That's right, Seymour. Let's go. They're saying people come in there to see which team is going to have them. I mean, there's probably just an event. People are bored, and if they're around and they know what's going on, they're going to show up. Stargate saying Bobby and Messiah got it. That's right. Let's go. I think she is SGA's wife, so they did get married. Yeah, I think they are married. I think they got married last summer, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. Fiercey's here. Good to see MJ. Good morning. Good evening, fam. Good morning. Good evening, fam. And happy lottery day. There you go. Lottery is just like a lottery. It really, literally is a lottery. A lottery. That's right. Trevor J. saying was in 4 minutes 2 on Twitch yesterday. I saw you, Lex, but you came late. Yeah, he was just playing COD, running around, shooting the guns, kind of hanging out. I don't know. He doesn't really talk a whole lot when he gets on Twitch. Chris Boucher, he really kind of just plays Call of Duty, and kind of you can watch him play. But yeah, I wish he would talk more. He will sometimes read the comments, but not all the time. Sometimes he just ignores them. Neil's here. Good to see Blackhawk. They bought a house together. SGA ended up suing the realtor. Wow, that's crazy, man. Fiercey saying Cooper who? I'm all about that. Yeah. Most saying we ain't getting Cooper Flag. That's right. Of course, there's all this Giannis speculation today with the goofy stuff, talking about how Giannis, depending on this draft lottery, some teams may be wanting to get in Giannis to their team. Depending on how this goes, we'll have to see. Yeah. Cooper Scalabrini Ainge. There you go. He'll be a Jazz. Cooper Scalabrini Ainge. Well, Ainge is the man there, isn't he? He's still there. Jill's here. All right, Jill's checked into the chat. Bonsoir, freaks. Okay. All right, let's do. Maybe we'll do the classic card at the end. I'm not sure. I got more tabs to do. So let's see. What else do we got going on, man? There's a birthday today. Happy birthday to Roko Ukic. It is his birthday today. It's pretty cool. Maybe we will do the classic card right now. I don't know. Nah, it's almost right about to be the time. So maybe we'll just chill and chat for the lead up. I'll start talking about what's going on the screen. I see Joe Mazzulla and the Celtics. They're hyping up the game against the Knicks coming up. Jalen Brunson. Let's go. Pickleball champ. That's right. Jillian, the pickleball champ, is here. That's right. Yeah, Peyton Bouchard was big in the last game against the Knicks to help them get that one. Really, really important off the bench. Bouchard all season, honestly. Some ways it's like, Jalen and Jason, they are steady on and off. But, man, they really need Bouchard to be very on top of things in all kinds of ways. All right, draft lottery. Are we there yet? Are we here yet? It's 2 minutes to 7 on my clock. So we'll see what's up. There's a big contingency of New York fans I see on the screen there. Yeah, I'm watching it on ESPN, Mo. I'm watching the screen on ESPN. So I'm in the studio, and I'm just in a different part of the studio with the flag on right there. Yeah, there's Brian Windhorst and Malika Andrews. Yeah, so they're saying there's going to be a 53% chance that the Celtics win tonight in New York in Game 4. Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting stuff. Of course, I won't be watching the game later, but we'll see how it goes. And, I'm rooting for OG and the Knicks, of course, to beat the Celtics. And we'll have to see. The whole playoffs have been very tough and gutsy. And it's really amazing how many road teams are winning games. That is crazy, man. That is crazy. You're on TSN, Mo? That's right on. Yeah. Now I'm watching the ESPN feed to see this because I figure it's just on ESPN. I don't know which talking heads are on there. It's TSN, so it would be Lewinberg and them. Yeah. And Brian said, yo, fuck watching it live as my go-to. I'd rather be here with the Freak Nation. There you go. King's in the house. What's up, Brian? Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whatever time of the day it is. You're here with the Raptor Freak family on the Raptor Freak channel and King Brian from To The Point. And we're watching the draft lottery tonight to see what's up. Live reaction. That's right. We even got my co-host here today. is the man of the hour, well, the beaver of the hour, Canadian content officer. That's right. You're not fired. We're not firing our government up here. You are still employed to be Canadian content officer. Justin Beaver is in the house. What's up, Justin? How are you doing? You're all right? Yeah, you're doing okay? Yeah, all right, cool, man. All right, well, it's good to see you. You're my son. Remember that always, because that's our thing, right? You're my son, my beaver son. And I want you to go chill and watch it. You're kind of like one of those guys that are at the draft lottery earlier, like Doug Smith did once for Toronto Star. You have to observe this, okay? So you go over there and observe. You're kind of like an accountant now, Ernst and Young or something, okay? All right, good stuff. All right. Yeah. See you later. All right, bye. All right, there you go. Justin Bieber was in the house. He's here to observe. He's an official. He went to accounting school just for this. He told me he would do it, and he started like 6 months ago, and he got it done. That's why y'all haven't seen him, because he's been busy taking like accountancy tests, stuff like that. I don't know. It's weird, man. Anyway, they're showing Michael Jordan shots. Cool, man. That's cool. There's a LeBron James block. So there's the lottery balls. I see lottery balls on the screen now. Ooh, let's go, Raptors. Let's go. Jill saying, Lex, I think I understand the game more now due to watching the playoffs, learning lots in reference to Canuck players, etc. Okay. All right. There you go, Jill. Watch your playoffs. Get your playoff watch on then there. They're showing a Cooper Flag highlights. There's also Dylan Harper and Ace Bailey and Trey Johnson. These are the names that they're highlighting at the top. So is that inferring that Trey Johnson is the fourth pick? We'll have to see. What's up here. Trevor J saying Celtics going down tonight. I hope that's right. I don't know if that's right. Michael Jordan statue on the screen right now, and there's Cooper coming in the back, wearing no. It's got no tie. There's Common Malawach with Con Canuple there, and standing in the back. The Duke guys hanging out. Common. There's Dylan talking to Zion Williamson. Whoa, tampering there. Zion Williamson checking in with Dylan Harper. Tampering. I'd be like, Dylan, didn't your dad and your brother tell you not to go near Zion Williamson? I don't know. All right, they're going to parade the people out soon. And it's a really cool list of people. It's some players and stuff. Oh, there's that asshole from Golden State, Bob Myers. Can't stand that guy. Jay Billis is cool. Kendrick, like if I'm rating the 5 people on the ESPN screen right now for likability, I think Jay Billis is my most likable person on there. He's cool. And then maybe Kendrick Perkins second. The host may be second. I don't know. The host may be second. Definitely Shams is fourth, and then Bob Myers is fifth. He's the worst, man. Bob Myers is the worst, man. Justin Bieber, very quiet, just like me when I eat too much. Yeah, Justin's a beaver. He doesn't talk. He just kind of chews on trees. That's what he does. Yeah. Seymour saying, who you think is going to win it all, pickleball champ? Oh, my gosh. And get Common. Let's get Common. That's right. Trevor's saying Donovan Mitchell will be a game time call. That game's not tonight, though. That game, they got some time. But, yeah, I could see him not being able to play, right? They're showing the Raptors odds to win the lottery on the screen right now in the States. 7.5% chance for the Raptors to win the lottery. And San Antonio's right after that was 6.7. Yeah. Jillian saying that Common does have a lot of publicity. What do you think? Well, they're Duke guys. The Duke guys are in a high-profile school, and they're going to get a lot of airtime on national television. That's part of it right there. That's part of it. Brian's saying, your boy has been on fire with playoff picks. Only gotten 11 games wrong so far, so holla at me. All right, you guys need some help with your betting. You know, it sounds like To The Point has got your hookup there. He's going to tell you what's up. They're going to reveal things in 13 and a half minutes. Oh, wow. Okay, so there's still going to be a little bit of time before they're going to reveal it all. So I'll continue to BS. Maybe I'll do the card in a second. Maybe I'll do that card in a second. James saying Pelicans are super patient with Zion. I would have been traded. Yeah, I've heard the rumors that he's going to be traded this year, like this summer. That there's been a lot of talk that, you know, there's been talk about trading him for like another malcontent. It's kind of like trade Zion Williamson for Kevin Durant or something like that. You know, that's the kind of stuff that you're probably looking at. Is like just a change of scenery for somebody else, you know, that's right. Respect to Seymour. Yeah, that's right. For sure. And Fiercely saying, so tired of hearing from Cooper. Can ESPN get out of the way? I know it's in some ways it's annoying how they fixate on somebody like Bronny James at the beginning of the season, Cooper Flag for a majority, like a lot of the season. It's just ESPN, just they've got some sort of formula now for how they want to do their channel and their network. And it's really overkill on certain topics where they think like maybe it's because of ratings or something that they see or something. I don't know why they do it the way they do it. It's really annoying, though. You're right. It is very, very annoying. There's a 36% chance that OKC is going to get Philly's pick, which is very interesting to me. That's actually pretty high percent chance. Honestly, that's crazy. Yeah, I do have a beaver. It's my beaver son. You know Justin, right, Jill? This is Beaver, Justin Beaver. He's watching. He's watching the show right now. Let's see. Stargate saying, "Oh my God, the Cooper Flag honey lathering has begun." Shaking my head. That's funny. That's funny, man. That is funny. Smooth saying, "Man, I hope the Raptors can get to 4. That Duke 5. I believe the hype." There you go, Reggie. Reggie, I have to say, you keep recommending I watch Andor. And I'm going to probably do it because I keep hearing more and more really good things about that show and about what's going on with the season right now. So I'm probably going to cave and watch that show very soon. Hopefully. I don't know. I'm getting more and more hype from different places, not just from you. So I'm like, whoa, what's going on with this? So I'm going to have to check that show out. They're glazing them like crazy. There you go. There you go. Bob Myers is there. Yeah, Bob Myers is the worst, man. Is the worst, man. Josh Lewenberg's talking about Andor. That's part of the reason I'm like, I need to watch Andor because like even Josh Lewenberg is watching it and he's talking about it on places too. All right, Jill. What's Jill saying? Commentator, does anyone know that a certain player tried to join Steph Curry while working out, but he began to throw up? Okay, I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm not listening to them. They're on the screen. I don't need to hear what they're saying. In some ways, y'all are getting on that Cooper Flag stuff, but I ain't. No, I'm not. I just see Kendrick Perkins talking on a microphone. That's it. That's all I see right now. Yeah. Carlos here. Good to see Kaloy. Hi, Raptor Freak fam. And Lex, good to see you, man. Neil saying if we get a top 4 pick, chances are Sixers get a good pick too. Nets would be out of the top 4. Man, I don't know if that's related. Like, if we jump up, we're going to knock the Sixers back unless they jumped up also. All right, here's our classic card of the day, guys. I'm giving y'all no warning. Classic card of the day. Tell me who it is. In some ways, it's easy. Oh, my gosh. I can't believe who it is. You can write it in there real quick. Make sure you're live because this is the classic card of the day. I just blitzkrieged you with it. There you go. Cool Cat. Look at that. Cool Cat came in, saw it right away. That is the Benedict Arnold of Toronto. That is the guy who we all are not real thrilled with the last time he played at Scotiabank Arena. Yeah, Tristan Thompson, Canada's own disgrace. All right, this is cool. Cool Cat, you're going to get the points for the classic card of the day. You got Tristan Thompson on the late Raptor Freak stream covering the draft lottery. That's right. We're gonna have Mike is gonna call in later, guys, after we get our draft lottery results. I'm gonna give you 100 points for this one. That's not a totally tough card. But yeah, Cool Cat, you got 100 points for the classic card. Cool Cat first in. Look at that. Boom goes a dynamite. Yeah. Let's see. All right, I want to catch up on where I was in the chat. Seymour saying, has anyone tried a Thousand Island dressing on a burger? I have not. It is good, actually. That's something we've done down south a lot. Down in Florida, I've totally people would do that all the time. They try all kinds of different style dressing on burgers. Like they put Thousand Island, they put ranch on it. Maybe put ranch on their burgers down there and stuff like blue cheese dressing. That's what I'm saying right there, Seymour. Yeah, Trevor's saying I would be laughing if OKC gets the Sixers pick. Yeah, I would be too. Okay, so there's Ace and Dylan doing an interview together there. Interesting. Ace Bailey and Dylan Harper with Shams there. Shams doing the interview. Yeah, it's so annoying. Yeah, this crew, I wouldn't want to hear all this. I don't need to hear it. I just want to see the results. That's all. Yeah, Cool Cat saying, good morning, good evening, Raptor Free crew. Ping pong balls be in our favor. That's what we're hoping for. Fingers crossed. We get some luck here. Brian's endorsing watching Andor. Slow burn, but it's dope. There you go. I like that. Seymour's spell correct went Tristan Thompson to Christian Function. Seymour a dunk just because he wrote in Christian Function as a spell correct for trying to say Tristan Thompson. That's funny, man. That's funny stuff. So you get a dunk here. Seymour paid. That's really good. 51, 51. All right, there you go. Boom goes the dime. Yeah, Zion sitting down in his little spot for the Pelicans. I don't know why he's there, man. This Dream, legendary Dream, two-time NBA champion of the Houston Rockets, Phi Slamma Jamma. There you go. Cooper Flagg looks on and he's like, that's a great NBA player right there, Cooper. Right there is Mr. Hakeem Olajuwon. There you go. Mike is saying Doug Smith is locked in the ping pong ball room with Bobby. Laugh out loud. Yeah, he's been there. He said on a tweet or a Blue Sky post earlier that he's been one of the official people that goes into the room to watch the draft lottery to make sure it's on the up and up, like as one of the press people. So Doug Smith's been there and seen the whole process himself. And he said on Blue Skies just like an hour ago, I can concur for sure that this is all very legitly done from seeing the process myself as an observer in years past. He's not there this year. He's not there right now, but he has been that one of those official press observers for the draft lottery. And he says, it's all on the up and up, y'all. It's all on the up and up. Okay. No shenanigans here is what he's saying. I know maybe he's getting paid to say that, but yeah. James is saying Brampton's own. There you go. Brampton's own. Let's go. That's right. Let's go. Yeah. Christian Kardashian is right. Blackhawk, you're getting a dunk for that. It was Christian Kardashian. That's right. We're supposed to call him Tristan Kardashian now. So yeah, you're 15 on the dunk points at this point, Neil. Good stuff. Yeah. Yeah, Cool Cat saying, yeah, I finally get one lucky card. Yeah, well, you got Tristan. Are you happy it's Tristan Thompson of all of them? It's one of these shiny cards. Of course, I have to say right now, real quick, this is a card that will be in the box if y'all want it. When we go to Monique's birthday party on June the 7th, Saturday, the reservation time's 5:30, and we're celebrating Superfan Monique Lawrence's birthday. And I always bring the card box with all the classic cards that we've seen on the show. So if somebody wants this fine and dandy NBA hoops, Tristan Thompson shiny card, it will be in there. You can have it. I'll gladly give you this. That's right. I don't want to rip it up. I'm not going to do a Goran Dragic to this guy. Nah. In some ways, I feel sad that he's been gone so bad in his life that he's going to be so disrespectful to his hometown. That's right. That's what I got to say there. Reggie's saying one of the episodes is incredibly trauma triggering and unlike anything you've ever seen. Be prepared for that, Lex. Yeah, well, I'm hearing that it's very topical for today's world. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, first he's saying Cool Cat. Yeah, Cool Cat's here. That's right. Let's see. Jill's saying we put ranch on burgers up here too. Laugh out loud. Well, Seymour's just asking from out west. And, he's a Scarborough guy, but he's living in Alberta. So, Fiercely saying fast and quick. Laughing. Yeah. She just jumped into the chat, said, hi, everybody. Oh, Tristan Thompson. Got the classic card like that. She's already at the keyboard going. And she was like, oh, Tristan Thompson. And boom, she beat everybody. Got it in. Yeah, this is pretty good. Mike saying Jake Fisher and Zach Lowe are in the ping pong ball drawing room with Bobby and Doug Smith and Sam Presti. Etc. Yeah, I hope Jake Fisher's not in there. Zach Lowe's okay. We can have Zach Lowe in there. Jake Fisher is annoying. He's annoying, yeah. Kaloy saying lucky number 7. We're getting that top pick. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens, Kaloy. I don't know if that's what we want. Masai's on the stage. He's sitting in the spot. I guess we're getting ready to do this right now, guys. I see the Duke guys all sitting in a row right there. None of them are wearing ties. That's fine. That's fine. That's just how it is. I like the Raptors symbol is the first one up in the corner there. That's pretty cool. Best chance for the number 1 pick. Yeah, Jazz, 14%. Those bottom 3 teams all have 14%. There you go. Yeah, let's go Raptors, guys. I love it, man. Let's go Raptors. Eye candy, another chat. There you go. Brian said, got to jump in another stream quick, but my loyalty is here. Hey, it's all good, Brian. You come back and check in with us afterwards. We're here, man. We're here. Ping pong balls, the hockey, to burger Justin. Okay, fam. Love the diversity. All right, here we go. Keon Ellis is here. Matas Bazelis, the great rookie for the Bulls, is representing. He's wearing a tie. He looks Blues Brother. There's Rolando Blackman, man. Man, Rolando Blackman's cool as hell, man. Seriously. They spent Kamara from Portland. And some of these player guys coming is weird. There's Olajuwon, man. Olajuwon's badass, man. He should have been allowed on the court at the tournament with Houston. Man, that was so messed up, man. That they did that thing that they did to Masai to Akeem Olajuwon. Didn't let him get on the court to celebrate with Houston Cougars. What the heck, man? What is that? They're letting Olajuwon speak. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. I don't hear what he's saying though, because I'm not. I should maybe turn it on. Stupid. Oh man, Mike's saying Lex, I dropped the full list of the people that they have. Doug Smith's is there now. Are you sure he's actually there? Because Doug's saying he's not there on himself. There's Masai. Let's go, Masai. Let's go, Masai. Jordy is there for the Nets, of course. Yeah, no, Doug said on Blue Skies he's not there like an hour ago. So I know he's not there. Oh, they've sent Jalen Wilson. Or no, that's Jared McCain. Sorry, Jared McCain for Philly. Zion. I don't know why Zion's there, man. That's crazy. You want me to burn the card, Fiercey? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Colt 45 and 2 zigzags? Yikes. Fiercey saying hi to Seymour. Jill saying there's an NBA thing in Calgary, I heard. Okay. The Surge. Fan experience. Okay. Gerald's here. Good to see Gerald's YouTube. Show Nico, you cowards. Is that you, man? Seriously, is that Gerald? Gerald? That's so good. Seriously, that's good. Who said that? Who said show Nico? The owner from the Utah Jazz. All right, they're starting this up. All right, let's see what's up. I'll catch back up with y'all's comments after Gerald's YouTube. Let's see what's happening. They got the cards. Why does that guy look like he's related to Danny Ainge? All right, here we go. Let's see what happens here. Here we go. Oh, it's that guy. It's the deputy chief guy. Mark Tatum. That's right. Do you think this guy will be the commissioner next? Who's 14th? San Antonio Spurs from the Hawks. That's their coach. He's younger than Chris Paul. Atlanta Hawks. Okay. It's all going down as scoring's supposed to. Keon Ellis. Chicago Bulls. He's not too thrilled about that. Blues Brothers. He's got the Blues. Okay, Tumani. Dallas is in the top 4. Uh-oh. Rolando Blackman luck. Houston Rockets. Olajuwon don't like it. Come on, Raptors. Ooh, we got the 9th pick, y'all. Ooh. That's RJ's number. Is Messiah in that thrill? Whoa! The Sixers lost their pick, y'all. There's the Nets. And the next one will be Philly. Philly. Wait. Okay. So we got the 9th pick. 6. Wow, that sucks for the Wizards. Ugh. Well, I mean, I guess that's better than this. Man, that's too high, though. We'll have to see what they get. Utah Jazz fell to 5th. Wow, that's horrible for them. Holy crap, we dropped 2, man. That sucks. It is what it is. At least we know where we're at. Man. So only one of those teams was like a bottom team. Look, Nick's there. Nick Nurse is there. Punk ass. Man, there better not be no Philadelphia number 1 pick, man. Holy crap. Holy crap. This is crazy. It's logical saying Danny Ainge skipped the draft lottery. He sent his GM into the drawing room. Yeah, it's the wife of the 2 owners of the team. Ashley is there. Fiercely saying Masai's serious face. He means business. He's disappointed, and they're going to spin it this way that we fucked up because we won too much at the end of the year. I can already tell what Grange and Lewinberg and them are going to write. They're going to say that we messed up because we won too much and we dropped to 9. In some ways, it is bad because we were supposed to be 7, and now we're at 9, and that means two teams jumped ahead of us in the whole thing. So it's kind of annoying, man. It's really kind of annoying. It is what it is. But you know what? In some ways, like we said this whole time, it doesn't matter where we pick. We're going to get a good draft pick. And who knows what'll be there by then. But this may mean we don't have a shot at Malawatch somehow, some way. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see how that goes. Man, this has been an interesting draft lottery so far. Stargate saying, as a Star Wars junkie who was literally in therapy for his addiction, I can tell you Andor is definitely not the best Star Wars. It's good, yes, but that's because everybody else that's Disney done. We'll have to just see. I'll have to check it out myself. Let's see. Seymour saying Nico must have some private security around him like crazy. I don't even know if he's there. Although they're getting some sort of retribution for getting in the top 4 right here, it seems. Cool Cat saying it seems like there's deals to be made. So many execs on the stage. It is so incredibly bad. You are Nako. Okay, good. Good. Let's see. Who's there for us? Masai is there. Yeah. Let's see. Surge is CBL, not NBA. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Some of this chat is confusing. I don't even know what you guys are bringing up sometimes. Blackhawk saying da da ding, and the number 1 pick goes to Toronto. Nah, it didn't happen. We got 9th. It's a little bit like backed up, but it's all right. It's no big deal. We're going to make it work no matter what. In some ways, it is what it is. But get ready for the deluge of, like I said, negative and pessimistic BS that's going to say all kinds of dumb stuff because we fell 2 spots. It's still a 9th pick in the draft, and that's what I'm going to keep focusing on here. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, Dallas does not deserve this. Yeah, I don't think that they do either. In some ways, it's like it does seem a little fishy. You're right, Gerald. It does seem a little fishy on that. Fiercely saying our team is stacked anyways, all good. Well, you know what? Is this going to mean like maybe a Dorit Queen or an Asa Newell? It could still mean Malawatch. We don't know what's going to happen, man. We don't know what's going to happen. It does. You know what? Stargate saying it's rigged. I told you guys. In some ways, we'll see. If Philadelphia has the first pick, I'm going to say it's rigged because I'll be saying that because, they're diverting Cooper Flag to them somehow, some way. You know what I'm saying? So we'll have to see. And they feel bad for Philadelphia, and they're trying to help them probably because they had such a bad year this year. So, yeah. Let's see. Do we see Malawatch at 9th? I don't know. We'll have to see. I mean, maybe we see Queen there. So, all right, they're coming back with the top 4 picks. We'll just see how this goes. Man, it's too bad we fell a little bit, man. In some ways, it is what it is. I'm just gonna say this is what happens, and we go from here. That's what it is. Yeah, Kalois got the right attitude. It's fine. Top 9 with Masai and Bobby gets us a nice piece. Yeah, we're gonna get a top 10 pick. So that's what we're doing here, right? Blackhawk needs a beer. All right. And Mike's saying it's all good. He's probably figuring things out with the numbers right now. Mike's going to call me on the show after we finish the lottery, and we're going to talk about it live on the show because he'll be on speakerphone. So let's see. No Cooper Flag. See, Monique's celebrating. She's happy. No Cooper Flag. Yay. Let's see. Yeah, Queen may drop to us. That's what I'm saying. We'll have to see how it all goes. So it's really good that we're in the top 10. Yeah, if we had fallen out of the top 10, that would have been extremely bad. Elton Brand, man, I feel bad for that guy. Pirtle was a top 9 pick. Man. So that's the order of the most likely to get the pick because Charlotte has the best chance. They do. Reddit's having a meltdown right now. I'm going to go look at Reddit in a second. Dallas and Philly should not be there. They're the 2 teams that jumped up. Philadelphia. Oh, wow. They fell right out. So all the top they didn't get the top. Philadelphia. Thank God. Thank God. I'll say that. Y'all go get Dylan Harper. Look, Nick's all happy. Look at jerk. So the Dallas Mavericks get Cooper Flag, guys. Crazy. Rolando Blackman, good for you, man. But fuck Nico. Fuck that fucking bullshit. Cooper Flag, you want to be a Maverick, man? They didn't send Nico there. Nico's not there, man. He's rigged. Look, Rolando's pointing to him. You're coming to Dallas, man. I mean, it's an interesting fit for him, honestly. Cooper Flag to the Mavericks is now probably going to be what's happening here, man. It's crazy, man. All right, let me see what y'all are saying still. Uh, Gerald saying, I'm thinking CMB is a Raptor. CMB? Murray Boyles? Oh, okay. Rolando Blackman got the good luck for them, man. That's crazy, man. Kaloy saying hope does not lie in the players coming in or with any deals. It's with the players we have now. I really believe that. I agree with Kaloy on that. I agree with Kaloy. Fiercely saying we picked Jacoby at 19, so all good, fam. Yeah, we're gonna get a good player. We're gonna get a good player. This is a good draft. It's strong overall, and that's why when Bobby Masai say it doesn't matter where we pick, we're gonna pick something good. You know, we're gonna pick something good. Let's see. Stargate saying, I'm glad I'm off X. Yeah, I'm very glad you're off X too. Good luck to Blackhawk and Cool Cat and Zazu's with all those kids in there having temper tantrums. Yeah, I mean that's some place and spaces I would never go back to. Man, that's too bad. We dropped the Nets dropped also. So it's kind of a weird thing where like the worst teams only dropped out into the extra spots, and three teams jumped up: the Dallas Spurs and the Sixers, and the Pelicans jumped. That's weird, man. That's a weird order, man. The way it went out, there was a lot of jumping ahead there, and man, Dallas just jumped in and got that one, man. Crazy. I don't even need to hear Cooper. Rigged. Yeah, you guys think it's rigged. James thinks it's rigged. Let's see. Fiercely saying Brooklyn Nets were actively tanking and they got the 8th pick. Yeah, we didn't totally tank that hard in some ways. We were still developing. Seymour saying him and Kyrie down. Cooper and Kyrie. Man, I want them to trade Kyrie. I want free Kyrie from Dallas. I feel like he shouldn't be playing for them. They don't deserve him. They really don't, honestly. I think Kyrie Irving should like take a stand and like boycott playing for the Mavericks, honestly. Mainly because of the war that Israel is waging. Mainly. Cool Cat saying, dang, Nick Nurse gets number 3. Dallas is a great team, and they get number 1 pick after giving up Luka. Collusion, I say. Yeah, see, you all are all kind of saying it. Is this league rigged? Yeah, in some ways, Philly getting in the top 3 kind of makes you feel like, you know, here's some help for you guys falling out. We want to kind of help solidify you guys to maybe be a real power by giving you a top 3 pick this year. Now, who are you going to pick? And think about whether they might be a bust. They're going to get Ace or Dylan. Think about that. Like, if they get Dylan Harper, I might say that I don't like, is he going to be like him and Jared McCain are very similar, right? Like the playing and what they do. I don't know. It could be. I'm going to just figure out all the ways this could go wrong for Philadelphia. Either way, like, you know, whether it's Ace Bailey or Dylan Harper, that they end up selecting that 3. So, yeah, it's interesting, man. Yeah, AD and Clay. Yeah, I don't know, man. Whatever. Dallas is still all messed up because they don't run things right. They got some help. This does seem like, I'm not gonna lie, this does seem like they gave them this for going through the extraction of Luca to LA. Like it's like, seriously, think about it. And they've done this kind of thing before. They did this when LeBron went to Miami. They like gave Cleveland the number 1 pick after that. Seriously, think about that. That's exactly true. So I don't know. Maybe I was coming into this thinking Stargate, you know, I'm not with you, but I think I'm with him now. I think I'm with Stargate on the conspiracy stuff now because in some ways, like this seems like a really convenient way to try and compensate the Mavericks franchise for that. What happened? It's really crazy, man. Really, really crazy. Yeah, they lose Luca and they get Flag. Yeah, it's kind of weird, man. Yeah. Jill's just praying that Brandon is healthy. Okay. Mike saying Luka got the Lakers out in 5. Okay. Kaloy saying Utah and Pelicans got royally effed. Yeah. Yeah. And Charlotte to a degree also, because they got 4th. And they should have been higher than that. They should have been in top 3 too. Let's see. Luka wasn't the whole Mavs team that went to the finals. Yeah. Either way, this is what I will say. If you don't do things the right way, you will end up screwing up and not getting it done right anyway. Somehow, some way. You try and take shortcuts. You try and get help. Well, you see how the Lakers go out in the first round right away in this playoff. And I'm just saying, the same kind of stuff will follow any kind of BS for the Mavericks. This doesn't change that their GM's an absolute idiot. And it doesn't change. They just got a very slam dunk kind of, all right, we get the number 1 pick. We get to draft this guy and add him to this team. But do we really look at the Dallas Mavericks franchise and have a lot of confidence in it to be a successful winning franchise that goes to championship? No, because they have a center that's injury prone. They have a guy who's had a very interesting career, a very amazing talent in Kyrie Irving, but also there's limitations to where he can go in the playoffs in certain ways too at this point. And they got a kid who's a project whose timeline is nowhere near those two guys' timeline. If you really think about it, y'all want to start making timeline arguments about the Raptors with Jakob Poeltl and the young core. Well, this is crazier. AD and Kyrie with Cooper Flag. Think about it that way, man. That's what I say right there. Brian saying, I'm back. Got my thoughts. Would love to call in, Lex. You could call in, Brian. If you call me right now, I'll put you on speakerphone and put you on the show if you want to talk. That's right. Nets fans are raging. Nets fans are raging right now. Crazy. Stargate saying, drop the mic, but I'm a crazy conspiracy theorist. You know what? In a matter of 10 minutes, it changed and turned around and made you look real good, Stargate. Let's just put it that way. You look real good now in certain ways here. I'll give credit. And there's a consensus here from different people who are chiming in saying this does look rigged as hell. Yeah, it looks rigged as hell, doesn't it? Yeah, it's Stargate saying Nets got screwed the most. Yeah, that might be right. Fiercely saying Nick Nurse gets number 3, but can't work with rookies or players who need development. Well, if they get Dylan Harper, let's think about Nick working with Ron Harper. Ron Harper Jr. I mean, Nick worked with Ron Harper Jr. already. I don't know. In some ways, we can think real in depth on all this stuff. We'll just have to see what happens. You know, things can change too with trades and stuff like that. So it may not be exactly what's going on is going on. We'll have to see. But yeah, Mike's saying I could read more into, but you can't rig a 4-ball combo draw. See, that's the thing though. But how did they get this? Did they do like a bunch? I don't know, man. This seems so fishy. Like their chances of winning is so slim. Seriously, Dallas. And, you know, Atlanta getting the first pick before was fishy last year in some ways, too, because it's such a high percentage. At some point, they're going to have some draft lotteries where the team that has the absolute best chance to get the number 1 pick wins it instead of these crazy, like, 10 seeds jumping up all the way and doing this. Seriously. And the laws of averages and all that kind of stuff. Cream's here. Shit, we live? Yeah, we're live. Do you want to go over your WNBA team with them real quick? Trevor J, G, are you guys here? We're going to go over the fantasy team of Kareem Thomas, butt dial real quick as a segment that we do on the show right now. Let me go look at Kareem's team, and I'll read it off for Trevor J. Trevor J, you're still here, right? I hope you are. But, yeah, let's go look at Kareem's team is called Full Ass. It's a complete crap. He's got Paige Booker's on his team, Dallas guard. She's awesome, isn't she? She's the Canadian, right? Nafisa Collier, who is as I did my Sunday report yesterday, WNBA moms. Well, Nafisa is a mom in the WNBA, and she's also the MVP of the unrivaled league and like one of the owners who started it and stuff like that. Huge player. She's on Kareem's team. Stephanie Dolson is his center. Cameron Brink, who was injured last year, the forward for the Sparks. Maddie Segrist of Dallas. Chelsea Gray of the Aces. Ariel Atkins of the Chicago Sky. Shanity Carter of the Mexican Basketball League. Nia Coffey of Atlanta Dream. Also Nas Hillman. And Victoria Vivians free agent who's not on a team currently either. So that's Kareem Thomas's WNBA team. Give me your thoughts on it, Commissioner J, please. That's right. All right, let's see what's going on here. All right, we got a call. We're going to talk about the draft lottery real quick with our friend, the Brian, the King. Are you there with us, sir?
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Just know you are here on the Freak Nation, and the Toronto Raptors have got the ninth pick. I hope y'all enjoying it.
Well, it's that RJ number. We got RJ's number. Star J Barrett, All-Star J.
Yup. One of our own from our home and native land.
That's right. So, I mean, I'm not upset about it. I know everybody's going to freak out and melt down about it like they already are right now.
Exactly.
We're in full meltdown.
Exactly.
But I'm like,
exactly, brother.
It's life.
You know what? Exactly. What do we need a number one star for? Here, hear me out. This is why I want to call in and give my thoughts.
Sure.
It's way too much text, right? But
sure.
Like I've been saying for the last couple of years, the Raptors need to build the 905. They need to build the pipeline there. They need to build the bench, and they need to have the starting five, right? And which is exactly what led them to the 2019 bringing the LOB right here, right? And yeah, I know, throw that lob on. But you know, like they need that, and they got the guys. Look, last year 5 rookies, right? And listen, all the Raptors really need. I'm not disappointed whatsoever. All the Raptors need right now. It's just a big, because when you look at what's going to be put on the court next year, you're starting. Yeah. You got your IQ, you got your RJ, you got your Brandon, you got your Scotty, and you got your Young. Now let's get a guy that can replace Young.
Yeah.
And build with this very young team. I was arguing with somebody the other day because they were like, "I'm done with the Raptors, man," and I'm like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "Look at what OKC has done with their 21 picks." Yeah. Right? Look at what the New York Knicks have done when they were getting shitted on years ago. Look at what Orlando did, right? When they were getting shitted on. Look at these young teams that are actually building. And like I tell everybody, I don't know if y'all watch the show, but I say all the time, yo, while you thinking about your breakfast, Masai's thinking about his dinner tomorrow.
I hadn't heard you say that before. That's cool, man. Yeah, I have total faith in our front office that they're going to get it right, no matter who we that pick. So, I mean, the last 2 years, we look at Jacoby and Grady Dick. Those are both not this is a better pick than those two, and we got really good quality with both those players. And I think there is
you got Jamal Shed.
Yeah, yeah. So it's I think there's 10 really good players in this draft. That's the other thing. This draft this year is supposedly one of the deepest drafts in recent times, and there's got to be 10 really good blue chippers in this whole draft to pick at 9. So
I had to cut out from you guys' stream. I had to jump on Nelly J from Raptors.
It's all good, man.
Right?
It's all good.
Right? And I'm going to jump back with her, but I'm going to jump back with you guys. So, all
right, man.
I'm getting spread thin. Right?
Well, Brian, I appreciate you calling in today, man. I appreciate you calling in with your reaction to the draft lottery results. And I look forward to working with you again soon, man.
Yeah, man, because I'm on the streets, right? So I'm hearing what people are saying about what's going on. And, I'm not a Raptors fan. Toronto fans, they become fair weather, and they're like, one game, a loss, fire the coach, fire everybody, trade everybody.
Right.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Right? No, it took time. And what I'm trying to explain to people is with that 2019 championship team, most of those players, where do they start?
Yeah.
In the 905.
Right.
Winning a championship. Pascal becoming the MVP.
Yeah.
Right? It came from that. So it's going to take a couple of years for the Toronto Raptors. So don't give up hope.
Of course. That's right.
Don't give up hope.
And if you don't want to watch basketball, just don't watch basketball is what I tell people. You don't have to be a diehard fan. If you want to watch baseball, you want to be all in the Leafs playoffs, go do other stuff. We'll have our time when we come back, and y'all people that are not fully into the Raptors, you can come back and be fans again at that point, support the team then. I understand. People want to be behind a winner, and the Raptors have been in a rebuild, and that's just part of the reality of this situation right now. So,
yeah, and let's rebuild it good. If y'all want entertainment, when it comes down to sports, go watch WWE.
Right on, man. All right, Brian, I'm gonna let you go, King. Thanks
All
for
right,
calling
brother.
again, man, and giving your 2 cents on this, man. And I'll catch
Thank
up with you
for giving
soon.
me the floor.
Yeah, no problem,
Thank you
man.
for giving me the floor. And on behalf of myself and Lex, right there, Freak Nation. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good night, and peace.
All right, man. Awesome, man. Awesome, man. Brian, awesome. Glad he called in, man. That was awesome, man. Let's see. All right, let me continue with this. Smooth saying, hey, at least Toronto got a more affordable lottery piece that can fit into the. There we go. And then, speaking of affordable, this is actually who can talk on this. This is Logical Raptors Fanatic is calling in now from his channel on YouTube also. Mike, how are you doing, man? We've seen the results of the lottery. Let me hear what you're thinking here, man.
Yeah, I went over our position today, our salary cap position for next year, and what we're looking at. So right now we have a couple, because we signed, Battle and all those guys at the end of the season and gave them non-guaranteed contracts. So we have 3 players right now on about $5 million non-guaranteed next year, plus we have $6 million before hitting the first apron.
Okay.
So at the 9th pick, we're going to be paying him $6 million and 0.3, so $300K extra is going to be possibly over. We'll be into the first apron.
Okay.
$300K with 14 players signed and one two-way spot open.
Okay.
And we still have a second-round pick that can be either a $1.8 million type of contract that we gave our second-round picks last year.
Okay.
And that can be the 15th man.
Okay. Now,
And
how does this impact possibly re-signing somebody like Boucher?
Okay, yeah, I was gonna get to that.
Oh, cool.
So yeah. So if we take that second round and put him on the actual roster, then there won't be a spot for Boucher unless we waive one of the non-guaranteed guys.
I got you.
So there's a little bit of musical chairs happening here with the non-guaranteed guys. So one of those guys could drop out, and we could use that slot to maybe pick up Boucher and still carry our second round guy. Or when we're later in the year, when we're looking to maybe get under the tax, we drop one of those guys for a two-way spot, or we drop another guy and upgrade that guy to a standard guaranteed contract and have a spot for two-way guys. But it all works out really nicely.
We can't.
Boucher has a spot. Boucher has a spot.
We can't sign the second rounder to the two-way.
Yeah, that's the last option here. So if the second rounder goes on the two-way, then we're $300K above, but we could still sign Boucher for $3, $4, $5 million or something.
Okay.
And then look to drop Ochai at the end of the year and get back under tax at some point. So we have options. We have contracts that are in the range.
Remind me, who are the non-guaranteed guys right now? It's AJ, it's Colin Castleton, and
AJ Lawson, and I think it's
Jared
Battle.
Roden. Jared Roden?
Hold on, I have to check, but
yeah, I think and Battle's one of them too, I think. So it may be 4 of them. There may be 4 of them because I think it's AJ, Jared, Colin, and Battle.
I was looking at it and I swear it was 3. But I'm going to check right now. I have it up.
Maybe one of them's more guaranteed than the other ones anyway. But all right, so the cost of this player that's coming to the team is going to be right around just over $6 million, is what you're saying. That's the rookie, the rookie scale for the 9th pick.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we have 6,093,000 in tax space at the moment with all our contracts and guaranteeing those non-guarantees. So there's still like a 5 million fluctuation with those non-guarantees.
Okay.
So that we could fit in Boucher right there easy if we were to like kind of waive all three and then pick up cheaper guys, like undrafted guys.
Sure.
Make a little bit less, and we could piece it together and do the 10-day thing where they get like a minuscule amount, and then at the end, then we sign a guy like we did this year, like we usually do, right? Where we try guys out throughout the year. Like we can use one spot for that, and that would come from one of the non-guaranteed guys being let go.
Gotcha.
So we still have options. Like this doesn't really take away from a lot of our flexibility. It actually made it better because we don't have to give away as much to get under things.
Now, would you think, and I know this is probably not likely, but would you think there's any % chance that the Raptors would try and trade this pick for any reason, like that you could foresee as far as like otherwise, like we don't really want to get another youth player. Maybe there's somebody we want to get that's already an existing player in the league for the pick?
It's hard to say because roster-wise, it's difficult to really like juggle the balls at the moment. Who needs time and whatnot?
Mm-hmm.
And it's the non-guarantees are AJ, Colin, and Jameson.
Okay, so Jared Rhoden's guaranteed.
Roden is on
he's two-way. Right. Okay. All right.
Tom Shea's on a two-way. Mokbo, Shed, Walker, Brady, Baji are all guaranteed.
Guaranteed. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. Mike, how do you personally feel about things that went tonight and stuff like that? I mean, I know we were all, obviously Raptors fans in general are going to be kind of like, well, we were supposed to have 7, we fell to 9, and they're going to feel like we lost something, or, they're going to be a lot of narratives like we're saying where people are going to say we didn't tank hard enough to get the odds better so that we get this. I mean, it's all silly and ridiculous in some ways, because it's like we said, the balls determine what's going to happen with this, and they determined that Dallas was going to get the first pick and Cooper Flag here, I guess. So how do you feel about that at the top of the draft?
I think it's just coincidence that the Mavs got the first pick. I don't think that anything's connected because the way trades are set up, the league doesn't go to teams and say like trade this person. It's individual teams talk to each other first, then they tell the league after they've sorted out everything.
Mm-hmm.
So like it's not how the process goes with trades.
So you really think everything's on the up and up as far as all the occurrences with the Dallas franchise in just the last year or so?
Well, I don't know, Nico. I feel maybe he made a bad decision. Who knows?
Yeah.
But I feel that Luka.
But I mean, but I understand you're very strongly advocating that the NBA is not rigged and that like this trade was just an organic thing that came out between Harrison and Pelinka, and that it's and then now this. I mean, this does seem really kind of fishy if you think about it.
Yeah, it seemed fishy when the AD got traded to the Lakers and they got Zion.
Yeah.
But look what happened with Zion.
Yeah.
So what did they actually?
Yeah, and that's kind of what I was saying earlier. You can try and do shortcuts and do these kind of things to just set yourself up. And it's oddly weird how they backfire sometimes,
Like, it seems like at the moment, the hype surrounding Luka was at an all-time high. Probably his greatest value he might ever have trade-wise. But in the sense of like sell high, that's why it's going to look dumb for Nico to do it, but he's selling him at the highest point where maybe he feels that Luka's going to start depreciating in value over the next year or two.
Yeah.
Especially if he has to sign him to a supermax deal where his value per production won't equate as well like it does with Bradley Beal, right?
Maybe not focusing so much on the Lakers and Luka in this situation, but more on Dallas and the Cooper side of things. I just feel like, because this happened before, like when LeBron made the decision to go to South Beach.
Yeah, it seemed like that too.
Yeah, because that was right around when they ended up getting the 2 first-round picks almost in a row, Cleveland, as a franchise. Like they got 2 first picks like within like 4 years of each other, I think. So even closer, I think. I don't know. Either way, we got definitely 2 different sides in the RFF as far as like Mike thinks it's completely all on the up and up, and some of us are kind of like
NHL. She shows that drawing room part, and it's fairly the same process.
Yeah,
the NBA does, but they don't show that part.
I don't know. I feel like they can have a process that's really like on the legit, but it's just like
that they hired to like transport the envelope.
You can see why this outcome makes people think though that this is kind of weird, right?
And controlled in a way that no one can ever really rig it.
Yeah, but you can see why people would think that this is kind of like fishy a little bit, right?
I'm cutting out, I think, but I said everything. Thank you.
All right, Mike. Hey, thanks for calling in Logical Raptors Fanatic and giving us the deets and the salary cap and the roster and stuff, man. That's awesome, man. I appreciate Mike for calling in, man. And yeah, see, I mean, I get it. Like in some ways, like the process and the way they do it is really on the up and up. And like there's accountants and all this other stuff, but you can't help as a fan think this is weird and fishy, considering this huge trade that happened this season, that the Mavericks, in some ways, maybe they're trying to help the franchise of Dallas resuscitate their fan nation not hating the team and being so mad at ownership and their GM right now by waving a shiny new toy in their face called Cooper Flag, saying, hey, y'all lost Luka, and I know y'all are heartbroken and upset, but we still need you to come to games. So let's get you excited by getting a Cooper Flag over here. I don't know. I mean, they could try and get it there somehow, some way. All right, we got another call. We got somebody calling from out west. Caller, you on the air?
Seymour Pape.
Yes, sir. Holding it down. Mountain time.
Nico won. Nico fleeced everybody. Listen to me. Hear me out for. Nico went and built his team USA. You got to look at what he did. See, in the States right now, it's US versus everybody. They turn fold on Canada with the terrorist thing, all that, right? Okay. They're beefing with the whole world. So what Nico did, Nico said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to build a Team USA right here. He moved Luka out, got rid of the international superstar. He went for AD, right? Because remember who Nico's good friend is. They always point to Kobe Bryant.
Okay.
Right? The man went and got Kyrie, AD, they got Cooper Flag, they got Clay. That is Team USA. That's almost an Olympic team right there.
We'll see. I mean, we'll have to see how health is for everybody involved, knowing that three of the veterans are kind of, can be in and out at times.
You got to give me on paper. You got to give me the doubt. On paper,
it is a nice looking roster. It is, but I'm not willing to give that man a W for this, man. And I don't know if Dallas fans, maybe they are excited and maybe they're like thinking the same way as you, but man, still,
I think I'm okay. I can't really say he won the situation because giving up Luka is, you need to be in a straitjacket if you're doing that, right? Yeah. But at the same time, his plan worked to what he's trying to do there in Dallas, what he's trying to do with Jason Kidd.
But
they have accomplished that.
But this doesn't work unless he wins this lottery. This doesn't work if he doesn't win this lottery. And I mean,
I think, remember, his key words is the culture they're trying to develop there. Yeah. And him and Jason Kidd say, they try and blame it on Luka's work ethic, that he's not fit enough, this and that. Man, AD doesn't play more games than Luka in a season. AD's always banged up. So, you know what I'm saying? But I think when you bring it back to culturism, they're bringing a Team USA type mindful to that to Dallas. Look who the role players are. Gafford. It's all American guys, really. They got rid of they got rid of all the international players that was on the team.
I wasn't making those parallels in my head, but that's an interesting point that you came up with. Seymour, I am going to try and get through the chat and wrap up the stream in the next 15 minutes. Is there any last point you want to add in real quick?
It's always go team go. I'm not.
Yeah, how do you feel about the Toronto stuff?
I'm not disappointed with it. You know, like I said a couple of things in the chat. It was disappointing at the time going through it. But now looking back, we're in good hands. At the end of the day, we're in good hands. And, you know, I trust in that. So going forward, we'll be all right.
I mainly think that a 9th pick added to the group that we've already got now may be better for not rocking the boat in weird ways as far as like what usage and how they're going to fit in with the existing guys that we've got for our starting 5 coming up already. So, yeah, I think that's what
Mullock's off the board, though? Mullock's off the board for us?
What's that?
Do you think Mullock is off the board for us?
I don't know. I mean, we'll just have to see. I mean, by all the mocks, yeah, he probably won't be available at 9 at that point, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Who knows? And who knows? Maybe Masai and Bobby do something crazy where they trade the 9th pick with somebody and move up. You know, that's not something that's totally out of the question, right? It depends on what they really want, right? And how they want to play it. So
what happened with Utah? Utah doesn't get a pick?
Utah dropped all the way to like 6th or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they fell right out. Like they fell right out of like maybe they're even 7th. Seriously. Yeah.
So there will be. You think there's going to be some draft trades based on the position that most teams landed in and stuff?
I think that there may be partly because of Giannis. We'll have to see what happens with Giannis. That's what they're speculating right now. That there's going to be like something like that. But I am so happy to talk to you, Seymour, man. And we'll be back tomorrow for Tuesday trivia first thing in the morning at the regular time, 9:30 a.m. We're going to continue with that trivia book. So I hope you'll come and play some trivia with me tomorrow, man, if you can.
7:30 Mountain Standard Time. You already know what it is.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Hey, man, listen, enjoy your barbecue, man. You got the good eats tonight from what I hear. And
you know we throw it down over here. It's Alberta,
So how is that Thousand Island Ranch? Thousand Island dressing on it?
It's okay. I did it with some cheese. I didn't put nothing else. Just 1,000 ounces of some cheese on it. It was all right. It was one of them Shaquille O'Neal burgers. I don't know if you know about the Shaquille O'Neal burgers.
No, I haven't heard of that brand, but I wouldn't put it past them to sell anything.
All right, Raptors up,
Yeah, that's right. Let's go, Raptors. Let's go, Seymour. Holding it down, Mountain Region time. The sheriff, Seymour Pape. Wow, unexpected call. I love it. It came in right under the wire there. I love it, man. That's so awesome, man. Good stuff, man. Good to hear Seymour. He really thinking that Nico did a good thing there in Dallas. Interesting stuff, man. All right, let me get more of y'all's comments and we'll get out of here. Let's see. Where was I in the comments? I was right here with Stargate, I believe. That's who I was. Oh, no. Yeah, Stargate. There's no player in the draft that can help the Sixers. They're right back there next year. You know what? We'll have to see if they're going to be like Washington. I mean, part of it is like we don't think that Embiid's going to be healthy ever again in some ways. And, this thing, I don't know what the chemistry was like with Paul George. It seemed like it wasn't right. And they're going to try and force it again and just hope that they're more healthy. They may find that they're just not going to be a good team no matter what. Kareem's saying this. Dallas made that Luka trade to L.A. knowing Silver would grant him flag. See, that's what I'm saying. This is the conspiracy stuff we're thinking that could be true, man. Jill saying, why is Nick Nurse still employed? His coaching is unsustainable. Well, he's coach of the Sixers, at least for right now. He's not going to get fired this summer. They already said they wouldn't get fired this year. Kaloy saying, we have the magic man when it comes to drafting. That's right. It only matters. Masai Ujiri, master scout. He knows what he's doing. Bobby Webster, really, really smart person that knows the stuff, and they're going to figure it all out. And like I said, even though we got the 9th pick, who knows? Different things could happen. If they really, really like Common and they really, really want him, I'm sure that they can probably try and get a deal to move up in the draft to a higher draft place if they can. I could see that. They would trade the 9th and a player and move up. I could see them doing this, seriously, guys, if they really want to get Malawach. It may be that they're perfectly fine being at 9 and getting whoever they can get there. So we're saying San Antonio got the second pick. Yeah, I think so. It's kind of crazy, like the order that happened right here, man. It's kind of crazy, honestly. Like, yeah, the Mavericks winning the draft lottery with 1.8 odds is kind of insane. I'm not gonna lie, it is kind of insane. Why don't they just list the order here? Why do they have to put all this BS here? Let me see. Where is the draft order? They just why ESPN? Why don't you just have a site that has information so that you can just go look at things? It's so dumb, man. San Antonio is going to pick second, which is kind of crazy considering their situation. Philly's third, and Charlotte will pick fourth. Yeah, it's crazy. Utah and Washington really, really got screwed this year for things. But you know what? They've been bad team. According to Jack Armstrong, they deserve to get thrown out. They shouldn't be able to pick so high all the time. That's right. Mike's saying, I'm going to post the exact lottery mixing and redraw rules from the NBA. Yeah, he had them on the Discord. It's interesting. I'm just saying the result is fishy, Mike. The process may be totally right, but how many times do they do it until they get the one they want? It's just like they do it and they're like, oh, no, not this team. Oh, no, not this team. All right, this is the one that counts, guys. This is the one that counts. I don't know. I'm just saying. Stargate saying they said they couldn't rig the U.S. elections either, remember? That's what I'm saying. I mean, I don't know, man. In some ways, sometimes there is a show that's kind of a distraction from the reality, honestly. Seymour saying, I'm not surprised about the outcome. Paige is as American as apple pie. Paige Bookers? Isn't she from she's not the one from up here? Who's the one who's friends with I always get these two mixed up. One of them is like she's on Team Canada and she's friends with Scotty because they did the Subway commercial. I thought that was her. Seriously, I thought Paige was her. I always get these two confused, though. There may be another girl. Yeah, okay, she is American. There's a girl who looks like her, who's a Canadian, who I keep getting her confused with. I got to get these figured out. Jill's saying Masai will need to think about 2026 the same way as Dallas. Okay. I don't know. I'm not trying to get our team run like the Dallas Mavericks. No, I'm not. Screw that. That's a really bad strategy. Yeah, we're not enjoying it, bro. 9. Yeah, no more tanking. It only benefited the Sixers. Yeah, I don't know if tankings had benefited the Sixers, honestly. Like this year, they really did play really bad at the end and lose on purpose. And maybe in some ways, that's part of the reason why they're like, you know what? Maybe they got to deal with the league to get a top 3 pick no matter what. I don't know. Same kind of thing. Seymour saying, I wanted 7 or greater, if not number 1 or 9. But hey, I believe in Masai. Yeah, I mean, I wanted 7 or greater too. I kind of wanted 4. 4 was the one I really wanted. Yeah, we're in good hands either way. Stillman saying we're projected to pick Derek Queen. I heard he's good. See, yeah, in some ways he's another big man. He's a true center, and he's got some really good offensive skills, more than Common does already. So, Smooth saying there's already so much anger online, man. Wow. All right, let me go look and see what's Reddit's saying right now, and I'll just check in with them with the 9th pick. All right, and the guy's just mad. Let's see. Somebody's saying fuck this franchise in particular, saying the Dallas Mavericks. Yeah. Let's see. There's a little bit on Reddit, but Reddit's not going too crazy. Let me see what these comments are saying, though. Let's see what the comment people are saying. Let's see. Dallas, am I tripping? This shit feels mad scripted. Wow. There you go. They had the lowest lottery odds to get the number 1 pick in NBA history. It's the 4th lowest. Okay, they had the 4th lowest lottery odds to get that, and they got it. And somebody here saying the NBA is at peak late 80s WWF level where they need to stop the kayfabe at this point and be in the know. It's not real, fine. It's sports entertainment, and just be transparent because it's ridiculously obvious. I mean, I'm not going to totally disagree with this. Philly's in the top 4. I hate this. This is Raptors fans saying different stuff, man. Yeah. Spurs getting another top 4 pick. You know, some of the people here are mad at our team, but I don't know why. I don't know why they would be mad at us. Some of them are saying this shit is definitely rigged. Yeah, I don't know. Some of this is immature, but it's a lot of the same kind of stuff. It's kind of just dumb. Somebody said, yeah, this is about the worst possible outcome. We're honestly cooked. Yeah, that's a pretty immature nephew take, as somebody put. All right, yeah, Raptors Reddit is melting down to an extent right now, from what I can tell. But I dare not go to X or any kind of place like that. That's for sure, man. Kaloy saying it's fine. We already knew it's rigged against us, and we still won. Yeah, I don't know if it's rigged against us. It's rigged for people, is what I'm seeing right now. I think it's rigged for Dallas and possibly Philadelphia in this situation. And I guess San Antonio in some ways. San Antonio gets so much luck with the draft, don't they? Let's see. Stargate saying, guys, we still may get Queen. Every year, a player who's projected high always drops. Yeah, and we know we're going to do it right with what happens for sure. And if it's Queen, it's Queen, man. Queen will be a great pick. I'll have to look at him a little more closely. Neil's saying we're trading the ninth pick, future picks, and players for Giannis. Well, there's a lot of people talking about this. Giannis has made it public, though. I think he said he wants to either play for New York, Miami, or the Lakers. Apparently, is what he wants, one of those big teams or whatever. Let's see. Smooth saying Spurs could use that second over pick to trade for Giannis. It's all part of the rigging, man. That is something that's very plausible and possible too, man. I could see that. Trevor's saying, y'all crying about the ninth pick when so many good players, lots of bigs to choose from. There you go. I like Trevor's comment there. I'm going to give him a dunk for that one because he's a voice of reason for a lot of people. He's exactly right. 84 dunks for Trevor. On the season. Let's see. Smooth saying Giannis is going to Spurs, man, in my opinion. If we see this happen, then I'm going to say that Reggie called it first. I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you. I could see this happening. The Spurs pulling some weird trade with the Bucks and trading that second pick. I could see it. Isaac's here. Good to see the benevolent one. Isaac Campbell holding it down in the Ottawa region for us here at the RFF. W at Mike. There you go. I like that. And Seymour saying at Mike, do you see Temple coming back? I think that in the whole thing, we didn't really mention Temple just now with him on the phone, but I think Temple in some ways qualifies for like certain exception or is not a big, huge impact on the salary cap. So he should be able to be coming back too if we want to have him back. I think that's pretty sure. Yeah, I don't like that he said drop Oshai at the end of the year when we talked to Mike on the phone. But, I mean, that may possibly be what happens, but we'll have to see how everything gets managed over the year. It could very well be somebody totally different, and we didn't see coming. Yeah. So you say, just a question, is there a penalty for going over that first apron? Is it just extra money? Yeah, it's kind of like revenue sharing. I think that if you're under the apron, you're going to get money from the rest of the league. And that if you are over the apron, you're not. You're paying into the tax, and that money goes to those teams that are under or something like that. It's something like that. I think that's the way it works. So even if we have to pay a little bit of tax, just being slightly over the first apron, which is what it seems like what Mike was describing is, at least it's not like the other teams that are over the second apron where they have no flexibility or any kind of things going on. It's just that we're going to be paying a little bit more in tax. That's all. But if you go over the second apron, you're hamstrung as far as like player movement and trades and different things that you can do. It's kind of crazy. Yeah. Let's see. Jill's asking why drop Oshai. I agree, Mike. Why drop Oshai? We don't need to do unless we have to. I think it's 5 or 10 mil luxury space. Yeah, I don't know the exact numbers. So he's saying, please check on the Wizards and Jazz fans. I feel for them. Yeah, that Jazz. Wow. Wizards, they're used to this. But Jazz fans are probably really feeling it right now. That's for sure. Yeah. Cream saying the Luka AD Lakers Mavs NBA trade has now been completed. I'm not gonna like disagree with him right now. I'm really feeling conspiracy theory right now. I'm going in the direction of Stargate. I think a lot of y'all are feeling it too today. I think the NBA didn't do any itself favors going through with this charade tonight. And Kareem, you're at 90 now. Because, I mean, seriously, he's saying that they completed the trade from midseason tonight. I can't argue with him, man. Stargate saying, because who cares about these aprons if these organizations are willing to give up that extra money? Yeah, I'm with that. And, I mean, that's kind of a dumb sticking point that some people will say, like, if you're managing a team, you gotta have like, well, you might as well be winning if you're gonna be paying the luxury tax. It's all like, some of it's just narratives for like journalists to write garbage pieces about how front offices are failing or something like that, or they'll say that about ours in certain ways. We'll just have to see how the press, what they write the next couple of days. I'm gonna hear probably Michael Grange, Lewinberg, maybe Leo Routens, different people are gonna say we absolutely failed this year because we didn't get a higher pick. And whatever, man. I'm sick of that kind of crap. Y'all gaslighting the fans and everybody. We're going to do what we do with what we got. And that's all we've ever done in the 30 years of Toronto Raptors basketball. So stop hating. And we know that kind of publicity is coming out for this. And we know the 9th pick's going to be a good pick no matter what. That's what we know. That's right. That's it right there. Seymour saying, only if there's a clear shot to win, owners are very greedy to spend into the luxury tax. It depends. It depends. Stargate saying, did anyone ever? Because look at the Phoenix Suns. They're one of the most expensive teams in the league, and they have been so bad, so bad. And Matashiba's not afraid of losing money like crazy. Stargate saying, did anyone ever consider that the organization may not give a flying fuck about a tax and be willing to go into it if it brings success? Ever considering that? They did that historically in 2019. To make sure that we got the Marc Gasol trade and all that kind of stuff done. So yeah, they will do that. If it's sometimes if it's at the end of this finish line, if it's closer, they'll make, it's kind of like what somebody just said. It's they're gauging the risk and whether it's worth doing it at that point to a certain point. So let's see. Seymour saying, true statement. I agree, but owners will be owners. Full agreed. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what's up. I mean, so far in the age of Rodgers taking over, we're okay right now. We'll just have to see how things go. And Keith Pelly, hopefully he's a good man, and we see good things happen from him being in charge of MLSE. Stargate saying, logical, bless your heart. You're so innocent and naive. Bless your heart. Yeah, I mean, I can't fault him because in some ways, I saw the methodology that they used for this draft lottery, and it is very much a very, very elaborate kind of system that should be very on the up and up. But it's just fishy. That's all I'll say. It could very well be very legit, but it's fishy as hell. 1.8% chance. And the certain things that just happened recently. Come on, man. Come on, man. Kaloy saying, I don't think it's rigged. You have 32 billionaire owners. Do you think they will allow any shenanigans? Not if they're all kind of making decisions together as far as the product overall and how it's shaped. If they're actually in the same conversations, there may be certain circles that are not involved and some are. There's could be all kinds of weird collusion going on deep in the heart of the NBA that we don't know exactly. Stargate saying, bless your little heart. And I mean that sincerely. Yeah. That's all right. The conspiracy theories will grow. I mean, it's natural, Mike. You got to say it's natural. I mean, I want to believe what you believe, but this is just too convenient, man. This is just too convenient. Isaac's saying, if the Mavs end up with Hulk Hogan and we are stuck drafting the Ultimate Warrior, then something doesn't add up. I don't want the Ultimate Warrior on our team. He's a jerk, man. And Isaac, you're going to get a dunk for this one. That's hilarious. Isaac, you're not here enough. You're at 15. I know it's probably because I'm late. You could be here. It's awesome. I'm really good to see you. Ooh, Cook. I like that. That's pretty funny, man. That is pretty funny right there. All right, let's see. Mike's saying, if Luka is a Harden and not Curry, then Nico made a good trade. If Luka is a Harden. Man, I'm not this is the thing. Everybody's just basing this off of championships. If they're going to win championships or not. The thing is that Luka Doncic was a phenomena in the heart of the Mavericks team, and the fans were in love with him. And the fans had built a mythology for him. Just like we built for the guy this jersey, this logo's for. And we know how that felt when we got our heart ripped out when he was playing in a Nets jersey all of a sudden. So let's just say this right here. It's it's one thing if it's a disgruntled POS like James Harden who's causing all kinds of problems for your team. But it's another thing if it's your player that everybody loves on the team. It's the heart of your franchise. It's they ripped it out just like Temple of Doom, Indiana Jones. And it's still pumping. Bum, 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 bum. But it's in LA. It's crazy, man. It is crazy. I don't know, man. Stargate saying Seymour has proven the point that both may be rigged. Mike saying if he's Curry level, then it was bad. Yeah, we'll have to see what happens, man. The future will always tell the truth as time goes on. Let's just put it that way. Stargate saying Nico may have known he was getting the first pick. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That I don't know. In some ways, it's like if you, that is that trade good enough? I thought that was a ridiculously lopsided trade in some ways. Although some people are saying, "Was AD? Come on, man!" And the other player that was like the second player was kind of good that they got too. I don't know, man. In some ways, this is definitely a very big controversy with Nico Harrison, the Dallas Mavericks, Luka Doncic, and Cooper Flagg now involved in this whole thing. It's really weird, man. That's right. That's right. Mike saying Nico knew his odds would be better sitting AD and trading away Luka with both bigs hurt too. Man, either way, they're lucky as hell that they got this. And in some ways, it looks really weird, man. Stargate saying, I think either Queen or Malawach may drop, most likely Queen. Well, I'm going to start looking at Derek Queen, and that could very well be the Thursday think tank this week that we're going to look at that big man this week and analyze possibilities. I'll have to see what the mock drafts are saying now that we know our spot is 9 and kind of like look and see, what's probably like in the range of what we could be looking at for drafting. So Mike saying Malawach is said to need more developing by a good development organization to reach a ceiling. That's why we'd be a great place for him to be. But we'll have to see if somebody wants to jump on the size and get it earlier in the top 10 in the lottery. We'll have to see. Fiercely saying Raptors are good at developing. That's right. That's why you should come here. Wayne saying my son says Dallas gets their white dude to replace Luka. Utah doesn't sell T-shirts, and NBA help their favorite teams like 76ers. Dallas getting number 1 is truly manipulative. See? Sergeant Wayne Strainer, add him to the list of seeing the collusion and the weirdness in this thing. I think everybody can see it. I think it's universal around the whole entire league. Now, in some ways, how's Dallas fan feel tonight? Are they woo? In some ways, is that what I'm saying? They're trying to fix their fan nation because they are so mad that they are picketing in front of their arena this season. They were yelling at their GM, fire him. They were getting people thrown out. They were signing petitions, doing all kinds of crazy stuff with the government in Dallas to try and change the Dallas GM and maybe even the ownership. Is this a way to appease, a sacrifice to the masses of Dallas to say, hey, we want you back and be okay. Hey, there's a Cooper Flagg. This guy is going to be really good. And here you can be forgetting about Luka Doncic now. I'm telling you, it's convenient. It's very convenient for some things that they're trying to do to manipulate the Dallas fans right now. Emotional roller coaster for them. Yeah. Blackhawks saying it's all about the combine now. That's right. We got to see what guys show up and do what and see who comes to work out for the Raptors up here for the 9th pick here at OVO Center. Now, let's see. I don't believe the Sixers will take Ace Bailey. So the order probably splinters from 3 on. Well, what if Ace Bailey goes second and Dylan Harper goes to the Sixers? Something like that. It could very well be if they are going to trade the pick, the San Antonio Spurs trade the pick to Milwaukee and get Giannis, the Milwaukee Bucks want Ace Bailey. Something like that. That could happen. That could happen like that. Let's see. Doghouse is here. Talk about a rigged draft. Yeah, no kidding, Doghouse. What's up? JYD Doghouse. Let's go. Mike saying Pell's sending Zion and getting number 1 would be called rigged. Yeah, I'd say that too. Philly number 1 would be called rigged. That's true. Spurs number 1 would be called rigged. That's true too. There would a bunch of narratives that could have been conspiracy. Yeah. Mike's got a good counterpoint there. That like if certain teams have gotten it, we would have said conspiracy. I mean, last year nobody really blinked when Atlanta did it, though. They're kind of like, yeah, who cares? It's like nobody thought it's like conspiracy when the Hawks won last year. So, oh man, maybe it's because of the Cooper Flagg hype that everybody's like, oh, this is a more bigger draft. It's kind of interesting, man. It's just chance the Mavs got it, man. And Doghouse is saying, no, it wasn't. There you go. I don't know, man. Mike's saying, okay, so if like 5 to 6 different teams have rigged storylines and it hits 1 out of 14 chances, meh. I mean, if we had won it, I don't think people would have said it was rigged. Seriously. Think about that. If the Raptors had won the draft lottery, I don't think anybody would have said it was rigged. Seriously. Why would they rig it for us? That's what, first of all, I would say. I could say they'd rig it for any of those ones you said, though, Mike. And your point is taken. It is taken. If Bulls had won it, I don't think anybody would have said it was rigged if the Chicago Bulls had won it. You know what I'm saying? I think that in some ways it's the special cases of the top 3 teams in the draft lottery that make this seem so rigged. Philadelphia with their disaster of a season, the most disappointing season in the history of the NBA, honestly. And Dallas with one of the weirdest, most messed up trades in the history of the NBA. And the Spurs have had some really crazy luck with all kinds of draft picks in all kinds of ways in a long time now. For a long time. Yeah, Stargate saying the Nets fans must be going ape shit. Well, everybody's thinking the same thing. Like, we're going ape shit. Wizards fans, Jazz fans, Hornets fans, Nets fans, they're all going ape shit because we all moved down. We all got bumped down a couple of spots. So it's like, look at it that way, Raptors fans. If you're going to be so egotistical, we're not the only team that got bumped. And some of these other teams got bumped more spots than we did. We got bumped 2 spots. And there's teams that should have gotten a top 3 pick that are picking like 6th at this point. So it's like, come on, y'all. Let's understand. Like, once again, like everybody wants to say LeBronto only happened to Toronto, but it did not. It happened to the whole Eastern Conference during that time. And this is the same thing with us going down in the draft. There's a couple of teams that really benefited from this draft lottery, and there's a lot of teams that got bumped. And we're all fan nations are feeling the same kind of way right now. It's similar. It's Nets, Wizards, Hornets, us. Yeah, we're all feeling the same. Even Chicago looked disappointed. Chicago Bulls fans look disappointed, man. Seymour saying, I told y'all we are the bar of the league. Okay. So Carloy saying Mavs going to trade Cooper. I don't know. He fits with their whole team. It's a good team fit for him for the marketing in some ways. So I don't think the NBA is going to want them to trade him, and I don't think they will. I think they will bring him in. I think that Seymour was right with some of the stuff he was saying. It's interesting that he made realized that they were all Americans, and that whole thing that he was saying about that. That was interesting. Yeah. Mike saying Stargate, they thought the NBA was going to give them a top 3 pick because they deserved it. Yeah. Well, in some ways, it's like Dallas fans, that's what they're saying right now, probably. We deserve it. Let's see. Yeah, 5 or 6 million over the luxury tax threshold is a fraction of the money over. So it's like it's all different on different levels, and depending on how much. And if we're just barely over, it's not going to be that bad. The hit's not that bad. We have the half MLE and the minor restriction, but Oshai's 6 mil drops us just under the tax, with Boucher at 4 mil and like 1.7 mil in 10 days in the rest of season things. Okay, cool. Thanks for more of the fleshing out in the details. Seymour saying nobody could make that call before the season that Phoenix would have such a horrible season, Lex. But yeah, very disappointing, especially Beal blocking his trade. I made that call. I knew that Phoenix was going to be bad. I called it. I did last year because Bradley Beal's on that team. I knew they would. I didn't think that they changed their team enough, and they were already kind of showing signs with that trio that they're not going to work. So I kind of knew it. I knew that they were going to be a fail. It's like I'm still calling Philadelphia a fail too. Like whoever said, I think it was Stargate earlier, that it doesn't matter that they got the second pick. They're still going to be failing. I still believe that. I believe that too. Let's see. I'll call it even if I'm wrong. All owners are buds. All owners? I don't know if they are. There's some owners that have issues. There's some owners. Yeah. Larry Tenenbaum had issues with old dumbass in New York, right? I don't even remember his name. Oh, Dolan. That's right. Cloyson, I don't think the difference with drafting a Steph is billions in value. One thing you can count on is greed. I don't think so. Okay. Mike, Mo's saying 9th is still decent. Relax. I'm with her. So they stay calm. We're picking 9th. Masai Ujiri is our president of basketball. We know what we're doing. Mike's saying owners working together only works for the teams being helped, and most valuable teams list suggests there's competition. The range of team value isn't peanuts who given away a bit to another owner. Okay. And league-wide stuff like the draft manipulation is impossible. Man, frozen envelope. There's a history here, right? Mo saying W stream, W vibes, go Raptors for life. Keep at it always, Lex. Raptor Freaks crew strong forever, and just helping Lex limit the comments. I appreciate that, Mo. I appreciate you being a producer and helping me out. Ken A's here. Good to see Ken A live, enjoying the live. Good to see you, man. And Brian saying, who else has their tinfoil hats on? Laugh out loud. Fuck it. The Raps are going to persevere. It's going to pay off in a few years. I'm with you on that. We're going to be there anyway. In some ways, this draft is just gravy on top of Brandon Ingram. I'm telling you right now, it's up to our scouts now. That's right. Combine, bring them into OVO. Let's see them work out. Let's see who we like. Let's see who we vibe with. Seymour saying, I see what you're saying, Kaloy. The Raps got McGrady at 9 and 9. That's right. That's right. Hey, there's a lot of good picks at 9 over the history, like Jakob Poeltl once again. That's right. Hell of a player. Trevor's saying Stephen Wonder said he didn't see that coming for Dow. Stephen Wonder. Stephen Wonder. That's probably his real name, right? Stevie Wonder's full name is actually Little Stephen Wonder. That's right. He was a wonder child. Little Stephen. That's making me think of the guy from Bruce Springsteen's band, Little Steven. Little Stevie Wonder. Man, because he's like he was a big star right from the start. He was a child star. People forget that Stevie Wonder's been singing since he was like very young, and he was famous very, very young. Stargate saying, I'm okay with the 9th pick. Worst case scenario, we pick Asa Newell, but I think it will be Queen. I have faith. I like both of that. I like what you're saying here. Maybe Common is out of reach at this point. We'll have to see. Brian's saying, would they have put a tariff on us if we got the number 1 pick? Laugh up my ass off. Yeah, the tariff jokes and allusions to this kind of stuff, it bugs me. But, we already know there's a Canada tax on the Raptors franchise in different ways in the NBA. We know that. Cool Cat saying, man, I was really hoping we could get a top 5 pick like how we got Scotty. We need to lose hard, fight hard to be competitive and lose more games in the end. Yeah, I'm not going to change anything about what happened. In some ways, once again, we could talk about the league being manipulative by making the schedule for us a certain way. That was really messed up to give us all our easy games at the end of the season when teams would be trying to lose on purpose because of this situation. That was totally done on purpose, y'all. You know that. The NBA made a schedule where they gave us all our easiest opponents at the end of the season. So that was actually the part of the season when we were due to win games. We would have won more games throughout the season. So I'm not mad at them for winning games that they won and getting to 30 wins this season. I am not mad at that at all. Anybody's blaming that or coming back like that with Leo Routens on that, I'm not with y'all. I think that the development that Jamal Shed, Jacoby Walter, and other players on the Raptors got during that period of time in winning ways, well more worth just even this whole thing. And they're going to say, oh, but we got the 9th pick instead of getting a top 4 pick or even the 7th pick, which we were supposed to draft. So what? We've got Masai Ujiri once again, and he's going to pick the best available person like he did at 13, Grady Dick, at 19, Jacoby Walter, at 21, Pascal Siakam, 26. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, we're going to get a good player, a top 10 draft pick in a good draft this year, no matter what. And that's what it is right there. DeMar DeRozan at 9th. There you go. That's another great example. Right there. That's another one. Wayne saying, wasn't Dallas in the NBA Finals last season? This year they get the number 1 pick. Talk about getting help. $100 million is just a number. Yeah, that is fishy as hell. That is totally fishy as hell. I don't trust the Dallas Mavericks. There's some weird stuff going on right now, man. There really, really is, man. Seymour saying, we're in good hands. Sleep easy, Raptor fans. We good. See, these other teams can get handouts and get help. Philadelphia, San Antonio. We are going the hard way. And in some ways, we're doing it the right way. And we're going to figure this out and get it the right way, the old-fashioned way, building a franchise the right way with a team, with chemistry and playing right, with a good coach and a good culture and good pieces that fit together because our front office is smart. We're going to do this right and it's going to take a little bit of time. But in some ways, it's like the fast tracks and stuff like that often do not lead to Larry O'Brien. Let's just put it that way. That's what I'm going to say about this. Let's see. Mike saying the Grizz are worth $3 billion and Golden State is worth like $9 billion. The Mavs are ranked 9th and worth $4.7 billion. Okay. The Raptors are worth $4.4 billion, 11th most expensive franchise in the league. Why would the Grizz let the Mavs rigged number 1 pick to increase the Mavs team value via each billion? I'm saying this. I don't know if this exactly has the meeting between all the owners. It's maybe Adam Silver and certain owners. And that, Adam Silver could talk to Rob Pelinka and Nico Harrison and say that he wants to do this. Nico Harrison says, no, there's no way I want to trade Luka. I'll look like an idiot. You're going to make me look like an idiot. But we really need to help our sagging ratings in the NBA right now. And if we trade Luka to LA, it'll cause a big, huge excitement. And people will be renewed and wanting to watch the game. And that will get more ratings up because it's a newness. You got to understand. You got to do something for the rest of the league, Nico. But what do I get from this? Seriously, you don't understand. The fans love him here. And they're going to hate me so much. How can I do this? Well, listen, maybe I can get you on the other side. Seriously, I know that there'll be a void when Luka leaves. What if you end up with the first pick? Oh, okay. And the only 3 people that are there are Rob Pelinka, Nico Harrison, and Adam Silver. And none of the other owners are there. Because once again, we know that Nico Harrison did not have a single conversation with any of the other 28 owners in the league other than Rob Pelinka when he dealt Luka Doncic. There was no chance for any of the other franchises to send an offer to Nico Harrison. So I'm just saying, that's fishy as fuck. The scenario I just painted out as far as things could actually be the reality of the truth. I'm saying right now, that's right. That's right. Let's see. It's right. You're right. It's a fight over coin at the end of the day and TV contracts and stuff. The thing is like, they want the product to be watched and be more and more watched, and they will do things to shake it up. They've done crazy, huge trades in the past just to get it fresh and to make people like, oh, I got to tune in and see how Luka plays with LeBron. The Bronny thing was a thing to get excitement at the beginning of the year, but Bronny, the reality of him and who he is as a player came out at a certain point, and they couldn't travel through the whole season with it. So at some point they had to resuscitate things because we know it was very well publicized this season that the NBA's ratings were down, very much down. And, that's the thing right there. Luka trade keeps giving us, it keeps giving is all I will say. Yeah. I mean, in some ways it's not a natural thing. It's not a natural thing. It's weird because in some ways from all outside views, the situation didn't seem like that would ever happen. Seriously. Like, I honestly believe in some ways, some of the stuff Nico's saying is just a cover up to try and justify why he did such an insanely stupid thing in the eyes of the Mavericks fans, that he had to act a little crazy and out of control, like the president of the United States, just to make it seem like, and all this kind of stuff. It's a distraction. But, man, in some ways, knowing the owner of the Mavs is such a horrible piece of shit, that I wouldn't put anything past any kind of backyard wheeling and dealing and money exchanging, even if the owners, none of the owners know, and doing stuff like that. I'm just saying, man. Yeah. Let's see. Mike's saying you would have to get everyone in the drawing room to lie. So basically all the GMs and like 10 reporters plus non-league people, the ping pong stuff. No, well, Mike, could they make it so that it comes out with the outcome that they want and somehow, and they all see it and they think it's just random? That's what I'm saying. The whole saying was with Patrick Ewing was that one of the envelopes was put in a fridge and it was kept cold. And they knew which envelope to pull because it was colder than the other ones to give New York the number 1 pick so that they got Patrick Ewing. That's the old story of that. You know what I'm saying? Mission Impossible is possible. I mean, it could be like some Ocean's 11 kind of shit. I'm telling you, man. They could do some crazy shit to collude or kind of do something. I'm just saying. I mean, conspiracy theories on this, what happened tonight, of course it's going to happen. What did the NBA think? Seriously. There was already conspiracy theories about the Luka trade to start with. And now this just adds another whole angle to it. That kind of is like, well, this makes more sense even more now in some ways. I mean, it's crazy, man. Yeah, just messing with you, logical. I have no clue. You could be right. They use a standard lottery machine used by all the states. Well, who knows? Maybe all those lotteries are rigged too. Anyway, y'all, I need to get out of here. We're approaching 2 hours, and it's just going to get done real quick. One question: why can't we, the public, see that part? Because I think that it's like it's a draw just in case anything goes wrong or anything weird happens. I guess that's true. Why can't we see that part? You're right. And I guess that they want to make sure that they can do it like in a public way. Like they don't want to do it as the actual draw. They have the public reveal later on, something like that. Isaac put me on blast. That's awesome. Seymour, not gonna lie, the NHL shows it. They do that. Well, maybe the NBA should consider doing that. All right, let me do the straight goods on Canadian goods real quick. Yeah, because the draft went like this, I'm going to go ahead and do the straight goods and Canadian goods on a breakfast place called Sunset Grill. I was going to do like second cup if we got the second pick. But because we got the 9th pick, which isn't as good, we're going to go ahead and put on blast. Sunset Grill is a Canadian-based restaurant chain specializing in breakfast. And that's right. It was founded in 1985 by Angela Christo in the Beaches neighborhood in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And as of March 2019, there are more than 80 locations in Ontario, mostly near Toronto and Hamilton. So y'all, Sunset Grill for your breakfast needs. And we're heading off in the sunset with the 9th pick in the lottery draft. And people are going to be saying some stupid stuff tomorrow morning. So we better make sure we have some good breakfast so we can deal with all the crap we're going to hear from regular, all kinds of Toronto Raptors spaces and online places. We know that's going to happen. So, yeah, go to Sunset Grill. Buy Canadian, stay Canadian, get Canadian. And that's Sunset Grill. Great breakfast at Sunset Grill. That's right. Y'all like Sunset Grill? Seymour, you know about Sunset Grill. That's right. It's a great breakfast place over here in Ontario. That's right. All right, let me finish up, wrap it up here. The ref favor Boston, and they're playing right now. I mean, we could go look at the score real quick and see where they're at right now. It looks like the Boston has the lead just before halftime. They're up by 9 over the Knicks in New York in Game 4. So yeah, all the refs favor the Boston Celtics heavy. In the other game, Golden State is favored heavy by the refs in that one. Let's see. I'll get the initial reactions from Lewinberg. So here's what Lewinberg's saying. The Raptors will select 9th overall in the draft, with Dallas and San Antonio jumping them in order. They had a 12.9% chance of landing the 9th pick, their third most likely outcome. That's too bad. Obviously, a disappointing result. If there was ever a year for some lottery luck, it was this one. But there's talent outside of the top 5. This Raptors front office has shown they can find talent anywhere in the draft. It's crucial that they do it again here. Need to hit on this pick. Should the Raptors have tanked harder? Turns out it didn't matter. The 4 worst teams in the league all fell in the draft order. The team that landed the first pick had a 1.8% chance of going to the lottery. That team got second, had a 6.3% chance. Wild. So, yeah, this is crazy. The Dallas Mavericks have won the draft lottery for the first time in their franchise history at a 1.8% chance. Man, people are going off. So I like that Lewinberg said that tanking really didn't matter in this outcome. It wasn't going to matter either way. So there you go. Good night. Thank you, Joe. Thanks for being in the live tonight. Fiercely saying, I went to Sunset Grill a few times in Toronto. It's good. It's a good breakfast place. It's proper. That's right. Nameless is here. I'm so cheesed. I don't know what I'm more upset about. Philly jumping to 3 or Toronto slipping to 9. Yeah, they really toyed with our emotions when they made it seem like Philly lost their pick to Oklahoma City because the way it was coming down. But then, yeah, they jumped. I'm with you, Nameless, Mike Paisano. You're so effing pissed. I'm not pissed. I'm cheesed about it. But then again, it's the Sixers. We know they're going to figure out how to screw this up. Trust me. Yeah. Yeah, Lewinberg was not too negative. I like that he's pointing out that the tanking didn't matter after all. And that's good because he does need to tell the Raptors fans the right stuff so that they're not going to go into this tailspin in their heads thinking this and this and this. So I appreciate Josh for that. That's right. Yeah. Seymour saying, I'm okay with it now. Nameless. It's Masai and Bobby's time. That's right. What can we do? That's right. And Jill's recommending Sunset Grill in the Beaches is good too. There you go. Nameless, you need some deep meditation and possibly yoga before you sleep. Hey, that's a good prescription for mindfulness and getting your head straight. There you go. Yeah, I mean, listen, we got Bobby Masai. 9th pick, Jakob Poeltl. 9th pick, DeMar DeRozan. Hello, Nameless. Does this make you feel better? 9th pick, Kobe Bryant, I believe, right? Isn't he like the 9th pick or something like that? I mean, seriously, we're going to be fine, bro. We got Bobby. We got Masai still. And we're going to get a good big man. We're hoping it'll be Derek Queen, if not Asa Newell. We'll have to see who it is, Boyles, Murray, or whatever. Yeah, bye, fam. See you, MJ. I'll see y'all in the morning. We're going to do Tuesday trivia, regular time. Be continuing with the trivia book, basic Toronto Raptors trivia. So if you know your Raptors franchise history, well, come in on and play. That's right. DeMar DeRozan, 9th pick in the draft. Tracy McGrady, 9th pick in the draft. It's been a good pick for us. We've hit 3 times at the 9th pick with DeMar, Jakob, and Tracy McGrady. That's right. There you go. There you go. All right. I'm just about to hit 2 hours. Let's go, Raptors. We're going to be all right either way. All right. Thanks for watching the Draft Lottery with Raptor Freaks. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for Tuesday trivia. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, and join. It has its privileges. You join the Discord and the Facebook group. Let's go, Raptors. Woo! Woo!